Hi everyone. So my project is working with SmartSheet, and my proposal consisted of making project sheets and task lists that are organized and are easily readable and prevent or encourage communication. So I'm going to start off by creating a project. So here are all the options that you have, but ultimately they change views. So whatever you click, it just kind of to whatever you click. So it just kind of depends on what you want to start with. So I'm going to start with project, and I'm just going to name this example project. So this is for the example. And so this kind of program was really interesting to me because I liked how easy it was to learn and how it didn't take too much training to get to understand it. And it was very similar to Excel. So if anybody has prior experience with Excel, this is a really easy program for you to use. So here I'm going to start off over here. Let's just extend this out so we can see a little more. But you can see how it's already kind of giving you information on how to work everything. But as you can see, there's the task name, duration, start, finish, and then many other columns that you can add to. Percent complete, which is really important in terms of construction. And then you have a calendar here. And what's so interesting about this calendar over here to the side is that it will automatically update through your start and finish and duration. So it's really interesting how it just automatically does this for you. So, and it's really exciting how there's different views that you can switch through, and all the information that you input here will output into all these other views as well. So let's go back to the Gantt view, and I'm just going to start off with something easy. So let's just do 3 tasks. So we can do starting task, so just starting your project. Then you'll have your middle task, and then your final task. Super simple. Over here, if you want to just skip the duration, because the duration will automatically fill in for you. So if you want to go here to the start, you can click the calendar. So let's say today, and let's say, yeah, sure, I started it today and I finished it today. Then maybe a project I'll pick up from the 24th and it will last till the 30th. And then for the final, let's just say May 1st, and then that's it. So as you can see here to the left of the start column is the automatic duration that has been calculated based off your start and finish dates and annotated with a D meaning day. So that's just easier to keep everything organized without congestion of words. And then you can see over here to the right how there is an illustrated picture of a calendar and how tasks are elongated for more days, and it's just a simple organized view. So what's really cool about this over here is that there are ways to subcategorize. So if I wanted my middle task under my starting task, I can just click this right here and this becomes under the starting task. So as you can see to the right, the calendar view is also changing because it is within the middle task, or within the starting task, my apologies. And then you can come over here to percentage complete. So when you make something a subcategory, the percentage complete is automatically updated based off of your middle task. So if I put in 100, this should also be 100. So if my middle task is complete, which is a subcategory of my starting task, then it's 100%. And so on and so forth if I was to change it to 80. But what is also very interesting is that, say if I wanted to make my final task also a subcategory of my starting task, that it also impacts. So as you can see, this is 69%. So if I change this to 20% done, it'd be a 71%. Now you can see based over here from basic math that it's not going to be just the average. So what also impacts it is the duration. And since the middle task is 6 days long and the final task is 1 day, therefore the 6-day long task is more heavily weighted in terms of the percent complete. So I thought that was really interesting and was very easy to see for people that aren't very good at math or maybe just need extra help in organizing, a percent complete on your project. You can start over here and go to your status and say, well, this is in progress and this is, let's do not started, so we can change this to 0%. And that just makes things really easy. And then over here, you can add your comments. So say I'm a project manager and I say I needs surveying over here for the middle task. So we're going to have that comment, and for anybody who is shared with this Smartsheet is able to see this comment based off of the project manager and what they wrote. So the project manager would most likely be the owner of this or whoever is in charge of organizing on a construction site. So as you come over here to the top right, as I mentioned before about sharing, you can click this button here and you can invite collaborators over here. So like how a Google slide or a Google Doc would be if I was to add my asu.edu there. Oops, my bad. That's the email I'm using now, so I guess maybe that was a bad example. But so if I did my other, if I can remember it, cool. Awesome. So just like a Google slide or a Google Doc, as I said, it will just take your email and hi, join, and then you share your sheet. And there you go. So now I'm added on one of the users or collaborators, as they call it, that I can edit and share and all kinds of stuff. So that means I can, from my other email, I can look on this and see, oh, middle task, okay, needs surveying, awesome. Another great thing about this is that you're also able to say, you needed to attach a file to this specific task or, comment on it. There's other options such as adding a proof, and this is a great one that I really enjoyed was setting a reminder. That's the number one thing in terms of organization for me personally is that I need reminders and I constantly have them set on my phone. So I could set reminders not just for me, but I can also set reminders for other people. So if you work with people that you know need reminders, it's a great addition. So boom, add that reminder, save, perfect. So that will be updated on for everybody that you included onto your reminder, which is awesome. So another great thing about sharing is that you can come over here to conversations and see how the middle row number 2 is selected. Then you can comment or notify others by adding them, and it will comment directly to that row. Or you could do the sheet in general, or just all. So hi Avery. So say who it is, who it was sent from, and what sheet I was on, and that is just really great. And what time they, messaged you. So if you see something that's, a day or two old, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need to get back in contact with my project or with my group. So there's all these great things. So not just conversations, but you can also just add attachments, to the sheet, proofs again, update requests. This is awesome. I really enjoyed this. So if I was, say, an architect and I needed to talk to the engineer about something and I needed the engineer to update something on this sheet, then I would send it to the engineer. But, obviously it would be the Avery.askren, send it to their email, subject, the middle task right here, I need the engineer. And then I can message, directly what I need, engineer, please review or update kind of thing. And then boom, send that. So there was also an option to update the columns that, oops, sorry. Let me go back to the columns or attachments or anything like that. So maybe I just needed them to update the start and finish dates. Maybe something had changed. So we'll just take all of that off. And it'll just be updating the start and finish, and that helps pinpoint what I need changed. So since I already sent it, you just send it again. So let's go to changing the view. So let's just recap everything. So we have our starting task, middle task, and final task. Let's not make it a subcategory anymore, so it's its own thing. That's weird, that just changed dates, but that can be easily fixed. Let's just change that again to the 24th. 1 day, 5 day. I'm pretty sure this was 6 days, but okay, there we go. Maybe not exactly the same, but just for the sake of the calendar. Oh yeah, that doesn't look the same. But just for the sake of the calendar, and we can change the view. So let's go to the card view. So what I really enjoy about the card view is that this is in terms of whether or not a task has been started or is in progress or completed. So this helps pinpoint the task that that you've already started and stuff like that, and maybe if you've completed it, then that's off to the side and you don't need to worry about looking at any congested tabs that have or tasks that have just multiple things that have already been completed, or it's just intertwined in and making it hard to read. So this is just kind of like flashcard view where you can just see everything. I love how it keeps like the days, and the start and end. So it just keeps everything organized. If we go back to the Gantt view and go back over here, so the comments section is just like an Excel sheet as stated before. So if I wanted to do any kind of math or anything about, the task over here, you can just do your x equal, sorry, and then you average, as you can see, and just it'll give you a little tutorial, and you can kind of just average your stuff and have all that kind of helpful stuff. So it's really good in that kind of sense. Um, oh, conditioning. There are ways to condition. Boom, I really enjoyed conditioning. Takes me a second to remember how to do this, but if I want to set a condition, so let's say the duration is 1 day. Great. Then I would like this to highlight green, sure. And sure, let's just do the entire row. Okay. Please choose a format. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. See how this is green? Because it's 1 day. So there are multiple ways and multiple different combinations that you can do to help organize this. But for, say, projects that people are in charge of, maybe that, or if you're doing like BIM reviews or somebody who's in charge of specifically technology, you can go to a task and say, if this task says BIM in it, then the conditional formatting will highlight that as green, and then people that are in charge of technology can come and see the sheet and be like, okay, these are the tasks that I need to do. These are the tasks when they're due, the duration that I have to do them, and I could start organizing my schedule based off of this to help me organize my work, and so I can have everything done when my team needs it to be done. And that's really exciting in terms of group projects, because I know that everybody's experienced a group project where some people aren't as organized and do not understand scheduling as well as others. So this just really puts in simplistic forms for everyone to understand. Over here, you could do filters. Just filter out the tasks is one of, is not blank, or if you want to like edit, like delete all this, so if it's blank, it filters it all out. So that's really nice. So you don't have to look at other things that you don't need. Basic Word document, change the text, the bold or font size, all kinds of stuff. You can even print it. So it has many great things. If you just want the calendar view, this is great. The yellow over here highlighted is basically what this is showing up as you can see, like 18th, here's 18th, and it goes all the way to the 22nd. And then this is also really good. It still keeps your green, your BIM, so it has everything. And what's really cool about this is that if you don't want to go back into the other view, you can just drag things. If I can get it to work, let's see. Oh, there's the little reminder that comes up. Okay, well, it's letting me drag the reminder. Let's see, edit. Oh, my bad. So yeah, you go to the edit and you can change the duration of the start and finish. Percent complete, that's awesome. Status, and then comments again. And then you can go, it shows you the conversations that I showed you over here from this button. So that's really cool. And it keeps everything connected. So that's like the main thing that I really enjoyed from this, is that the connectivity between all the different views. It was just really exciting and interesting to me. So other than that, that's the calendar view. You can change if you want to see it in 3 weeks or 2 weeks at a time, maybe even 1 week. If you're just that type of person that's just got to take each, week, at a time, it's okay. Yeah, just change it to week view or month view, whatever works best for you. If you can see all the way out in advance, the calendar extends forever. So if you're working on a project that's 3 years long, 20 years long, there's no there's no limit. So no restrictions. And yeah, so the grid view is just basically the Gantt view without the calendar also showing through. And that is about it. Other than the request, you can publish it. You have the activity log and then a summary sheet. And so yeah, you can star it if you want to keep it in your favorites so that it's easy to see. You have all these other accesses over here. So if you go home, yeah, let's save it. It's right here, example project, and it keeps it up to date. So just like as I said before, how it's like a Google Doc or a Google. Another great thing about SmartSheet is its dashboard and portal and reports. Reports can be automatically updated through just the sheets that you have. So if I just clicked all of this, next, there it goes. It automatically updates all of the tasks that I had in for my project, and sheet name primary. It keeps all of this percent complete. Shows up that, just whatever you want shown in your report, it can show right here. And this is great for if you wanted to print it out or just have, an easy way of reading all of your information that you have. And then you can do your filtering. Let's just not do, I don't want to add a condition. So yeah, apply, sure, nothing. So yeah, and then you can sort it, sort sending. So let's do percent complete. Okay, let's sort it. So boom, we can see what is top priority, what is like not been started yet, and what needs to be started. Maybe something, like how it is BIM and your final task. Obviously, those will be last. But if you were in doing a project that everything needed to be started at the same time, maybe, or and you're just kind of slowly working towards everything being 100%, you could easily look at what you haven't started at all, and that's what you need to focus your time in. Another great thing is, let's do create, and let's do a dashboard. So new dashboard. This is really cool. Let's go back to the classic view, because basically the way I see this is just like a whiteboard, and if you wanted to add charts and metrics, image, title, just something to help make a presentation and make it look more stimulating for the project, and get views across. Maybe you have a presentation to give to, whoever, and you just need your information to be organized and easily readable. So this is the way to do it. You can click your image, you can search, insert an image through what you have on your computer, and you can add all kinds of stuff to it once you upload it. And there's all kinds of other cool things, and then you just save it, and then you're done. Hi, sorry, there was a small issue with recording, but since we're back, I was just gonna go ahead and just kind of do like a small overall summary, and maybe just kind of venture out to this task list. So as you can see, the grid and the cards and all that, it's all the same. It's all basic task. You can go ahead and see that it is basically the same exact thing as before on the project list, just small variations such as it only has one calendar input for the due date. So let's just say that, and then this is finish the assignment. And what if it's done? Then it crosses it out. Perfect. So you still have the same, status. Is it in progress? Who is it assigned to? Now this is very interesting. I enjoyed this. This also showed up in the project, but when you assign it to somebody, you can do this drop down, and it shows all the users that you have shared the sheet with. So when you assign that, you can now notify team members when a role gets assigned to them. Perfect, enable. So now people will know when tasks are specifically theirs. So that's really interesting, and it will send them updates when you change it. So that's just awesome. And then you have the comments. And as I said before, it's basically the same thing as an Excel sheet. So if I just, just to prove that it does, basic math like Excel, boom, 6. So that just goes ahead and proves it. It has the same things as before with the conversations, and it has conditional formatting all the way somewhere over here, cell linkage. Oh, sorry, conditional formatting right here, add a new rule, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, let's just discard it because we already went through all that. You can favorite and share, and just the great things about SmartSheet. So thank you very much.